Prepare yourself for an extraordinary journey, one that promises to turn your understanding of history on its head. Imagine, if you will, that Rome's past, with all its grandeur and splendor, was not merely the legacy of its celebrated emperors and mighty generals. What if the assurance of its safety and prosperity also rested on the shoulders of a clandestine figure, a shadow among shadows, an unseen protector whose actions quietly reverberated throughout history? This is the neglected narrative of an invisible vigilante, a figure so enigmatic, their legacy has nearly vanished into obscurity with the passage of time. Today, we unravel the forgotten tale of this secret guardian, whose contributions, though hidden in the shadows, were crucial to the fate of a civilization. Our story sets sail in the year 64 AD, during an era steeped in volatile turmoil and looming uncertainty. At the helm of this stormy epoch sat Nero, the notorious emperor best known for his tyrannical reign. Under his watchful eye, the city of Rome teetered perpetually on the brink of chaos, like a tightrope walker balancing precariously over an abyss. Yet, unbeknownst to Nero, a mysterious figure lurked in the shadows, subverting his malevolent rule. This enigmatic character was Lucius Silvanus, a name all but lost to time, whispered only in the hushed reminiscences of a scant few generations. Lucius Silvanus, the secret custodian of Rome, was born amidst humble beginnings, yet he was recognized for his extraordinary intellect and innate charisma. These rare qualities allowed him to integrate seamlessly into Rome's intricate social tapestry. By day, Lucius assumed the inconspicuous guise of a lowly merchant. Yet under this unassuming exterior lay the beating heart of a silent sentinel devoted to one singular mission: to protect Rome, and in doing so, preserve it from its own worst tendencies. The eyes of Lucius burned with an intensity that sharply contrasted with his seemingly meek demeanor. He carried an aura of presence, making him a haunting figure felt in the city's darkest alleys, a fertile ground where corruption and vice thrived, and a subtle force in the chambers of the Senate, where deception threatened to unravel the very fabric of the empire. Lucius's legend began to take shape during the cataclysmic event known as the Great Fire of Rome. This inferno, wild and unrelenting, devoured everything in its path, leaving the citizens paralyzed with a fear unknown, the kind only flames licking the horizon could inspire. Emperor Nero, in the midst of this devastation, attempted to divert the blame onto the nascent Christian community, drawing suspicion away from his own potential culpability. Yet amidst this backdrop of chaos and subterfuge, Lucius saw an opportunity to restore some semblance of order. Shrouded by the cloak of night and veiled by smoke, he orchestrated a daring and clandestine rescue mission, guiding trapped families to safety. His valiant actions, meticulously obscured from public view, nonetheless began to capture the imagination of those who survived, whispering tales of a shadowy guardian moving through the city with the quiet resolve of a desert wind. Thus, the myth of the Lupus, the Wolf of Rome, was born. Cloaked in anonymity, the Lupus became a figure whispered among those few privy to his altruistic deeds, an enigma both revered and idolized. To maintain his dual life was nothing less than a Herculean feat, as it required a delicate balancing act. During daylight hours, Lucius embedded himself deeper into the sinews of Roman society, diligently acquiring information and forming strategic alliances with high-ranking officials whose vision aligned with his, an unwavering commitment to justice and the sanctity of Rome. When shadows lengthened and the city succumbed to the night, Lucius transformed into his other self, a relentless crusader for justice, guided by an unshakable moral compass. Yet, a question lingered. What internal force spurred Lucius down such a dangerous path, prompting him to risk his own life for the empire's salvation? The answer lay in memories harbored deep within his soul. A childhood marred by watching his family torn apart, and their livelihoods decimated by the greed of a corrupt senator. From that traumatic day onward, Lucius dedicated his life to the vision of a Rome where fairness and equity were not mere ideals for the privileged elite, but rather tangible rights for every citizen bold enough to dream. As the reach of his influence extended, so too did the forces seeking to stifle him intensify. Lucius found himself increasingly drawn into the dangerous labyrinth of politics and power, his allies few but invaluable. Among his trusted companions were Marcus Antonius, a senator whose loyalty was unyielding, and Helena, a physician whose unmatched skills in healing had saved Lucius from the brink of death on more occasions than he cared to remember. Together, they formed an unbreakable bond, a triad of unyielding dedication to a Rome worthy of its legends. However, as their vigilante endeavors persisted, they consistently tiptoed the fragile line separating order from chaos, a boundary the forces of conspiracy wished to erase. The Praetorian Guard, Rome's elite and ostensibly loyal to Nero, inadvertently became both their adversaries and pawns in the intricate political chess game played within the empire's depths. Yet, the tipping point descended one fateful night that changed it all. A coded message fell into Lucius's hands, its contents revealing a sinister plot against the Secretariat, a conspiracy that had the potential to dismantle Rome's very foundation. With remarkable astuteness, Lucius, alongside Marcus and Helena, unraveled the knotted threads of deceit, uncovering a betrayal so immense it threatened the empire. A trusted senator had intentions to barter critical military secrets to the Parthians. Confronting this egregious betrayal demanded justice, a risky venture the trio was willing to undertake. In an audacious move, they infiltrated the senator's lavish estate under the cover of night. Lucius, with the precision of a maestro orchestrating an unsung symphony, stealthily incapacitated the guards, while Marcus and Helena swooped in to retrieve the incriminating documents, vital instruments that stymied an international crisis, thereby sowing seeds of mistrust among Rome's adversaries that served to buttress the empire's vigor. Despite their victory, this daring escapade brought Lucius to the precipice of exposure. The immense pressure surrounding his secret life urged him to recede back into anonymity, his alter ego, the lupus, once again becoming shrouded in myth. Yet his enduring legacy continued to echo through the ages, a testament to the notion that true heroes do not seek fame, for their impact is immortalized in the hearts of those they protect. As the centuries rolled onward, the mighty empire transformed, and the legend of the lupus faded into the shadowy recesses of historical obscurity. However, in the hushed quarters of antiquarian studies and the scattered remnants of folklore, the narrative persisted, waiting to be resurrected by those who dared to believe that an ordinary man once stood vigil over Rome. When we examine the long tapestries of history, our gaze often falls upon the gallant warriors, the illustrious leaders who dazzle with their charisma and achievements. Yet, interwoven into these ancient legacies lies the true story of Lucius Silvanus. He serves as a poignant reminder that not all protectors bask in the glow of public admiration. Many remain concealed in shadows, their contributions incalculably profound. His spirit persists, echoing through the epochs, proof that one need not be visible to make a difference. Lucius was an unsung maestro, deftly guiding the fortunes of Rome from the darkened confines of secrecy, driven not by ambition or avarice, but by an indomitable belief in justice, in a metropolis where aspirations and realities confluenced. So, the next time you find yourself pondering the nameless forces that sew the vibrant tapestry of history, remember the lupus. Recall the hidden guardians who meticulously carved out promising destinies from the sanctuary of shadows. Let their muted whispers inspire you not to gloss over the invisible champions who toil selflessly, laboring not for personal gain, but for a Rome that lives on in each of us. For in the unseen, silent spaces between chapters of history, there dwell those who forever change the narrative, ensuring that what remains is a legacy built on equity and valor.